It's beer o'clock on Real Ale Craft Beer. Today we have an Imperial Coffee Stout in a 500 milliliter can. Look at that. Boom, boom, boom. 440 milliliter. My apologies. It's called Blikkie Pleua. Please. Now, that looks like please to me in maybe Dutch. It's a collaboration between Kompaan and Caprole, which is a coffee company since 1975. Now, there's a big description on the side of this can talking about this. I'll just read a little bit for you. Cappuccino, latte macchiato, Americano, flat white. These are all great instruments to get you through your Monday morning. Well, that's a great start. Imperial Coffee Stout, 10% ABV, 440 milliliter can. I am reviewing this on Friday. It's Friday today. The sun is shining and it's been a long winter. So this is a bit of a cheers to everybody. Seems like we're getting out of winter finally. If you're watching this in the future, I don't know, like 5 years time or whatever, we're filming this in April 2024, and in the UK we've had the wettest winter for 250 years. It's been confirmed. And I think when you have a winter like that, they're very long, aren't they? It's like, whoa, blimey, how long can I keep going? How long can I keep going for? And the reason I'm mentioning all of that is there's always a celebration at the end of it. There's always a, haha, the sun is shining. You know, everything's growing in the garden. Everything's okay. But beer gets you through a long winter. Beer, I don't know what I would do. Personally, I don't know what I would do if there was no beer during the winter months. I don't really game anymore. I listen to some music. My years of chasing ladies around are starting to go in the rear view mirror, being 45. You know, happily married, of course, but you know what I'm trying to say. Is it libido? You know, I'm 45 now, going on, and libido's not what it was, and you start to understand why beer exists. you start to understand, like, you know, when you're young and really enthusiastic, you're like, whoa, life, I'm gonna do everything. Well, that, unfortunately, especially at 44, 45, it starts to fade a little bit. You start to you don't want to at all, but you start to slow down. It's just a way of life. And you're like, no, I'm not going to slow down. No, I'm going to do things. And you do things and your arm hurts or your leg hurts. And Beer is the answer. One finger, tan coloured head, jet black beer in the glass, 10% ABV. So why have I introduced this beer in this way? Well, because this is one of the few things in life that still brings a massive smile to my face. And when I pour a beer like this at 10% ABV, an Imperial Coffee Stout with a fantastic, lovely head, tan coloured and jet black beer in the glass and lovely carbonation, and, you know, it looks terrific. It's still one of those moments in life that makes me smile, you know? Look at this wonderful, wonderful liquid in the glass. Doesn't that want to make you smile? I want to say a massive thank you to Roy in the Netherlands, for sending me this beer. Thank you very much, Roy. Really appreciate it. aroma. Yes, chocolate and coffee and caramel and yes, wonderfulness. A real striking coffee, quite a strong coffee aroma coming through here. Let's dive in. Cheers, everybody. It's like liquefied, a combination of liquefied licorice, coffee, chocolate, coffee, caramel, vanilla, plum, prune, figs. Oh, it's amazing. It's absolutely amazing. The roasted malt in the beer is just keeping on hitting you. The coffee from that lovely coffee roasters, Caproli, that keeps hitting you. And the biggest benefit of this beer, oh, no, let me take that back. The biggest kind of like, ooh, that's lovely. Because I don't drink so many strong beers anymore. I don't usually buy these 10%ers or you know, if I do review them, they're kindly sent by people like Roy. But you get that lovely warming, that alcohol warming as the beer slides down the throat into the pit of the stomach. You can really get a sense of that. And for a coffee stout, all that lovely roastiness, all that kind of roasted malt, that coffee addition, the plum, the fig, the prune, the licorice, the vanilla. To top it all off with a little bit of warming in the throat, and as the beer slides down into the pit of the stomach, it's almost like the hurrah moment. It's like, oh, this is what makes this beer complete. It's very good. It's very, very good. It's got a fantastic, creamy, rich mouthfeel. Fabulous. Fabulous, creamy, rich mouthfeel. It's a little light on the carbonation, but I think a beer like this doesn't need to be overly heavily reliant on like being big and bold and carbonated. I think the very fact that the coffee's in there, there's other additions in it, it's 10% ABV. You're never going to get a beer like this overly carbonated anyway. So it's all going to be ingredients: water, barley malt, oats, coffee, hops and yeast. Breakfast in a can in it. So the rest of this story on the side of the can goes, however, together with Caprol coffee, we also serve beer lovers a true coffee stout. This thick pitch black beer is reminiscent of a lovely cup of Joe. A nice addition is that caffeine dissolves seamlessly in water and alcohol, so this beer will keep you awake through the darkest days of the year. There we go. Or is it a great start to a drizzly Monday morning? So it all comes to, our picture is now complete. Even the brewers kind of agree with me that you know, dark winters, drizzly Monday mornings, you need stuff like this. You do. And I think, just to finish off on this, especially what's going on in the UK at the moment with the lowering of the ABVs in beer, I heard just last week that Kronenbourg 1664 has been reduced in ABV. It's like a relentless push to make us, like, I don't know, numb? numb, dumb, like, it's like, I don't want to be, I want to choose to drink what beer I want, especially in a deep, dark winter's night. I don't want to drink a 3.7% ABV Carling, thank you very much. But that's where we seem to be heading. So long live these 10% ABV Imperial Coffee Stouts. I like it enough to give it an 8 out of 10. It's an 8 out of 10 from Real Ale Craft Beer. Thank you very much to Roy for sending the beer. Please put your comments in the comments box, subscribe to our daily beer and food reviews, give us a big fat thumbs up. Boom, cheers.